Hello everyone, MirageFly here, bringing you another game of Company of Heroes 2, the regular edition, between Mr. Yoon, who are Ostheer player, on the left-hand side of Khlodney Ferma, versus 9C, MCA, Max 1336, as our British Forces player, but we'll just call him MCA because that's a lot easier. Anyway, as for our builds, nothing unusual. MG42 coming out from Mr. Yoon, well, we got another Tommy squad coming out for our Brits. As for commanders, Mr. Yoon has Jaeger Armor, Fisting Support Doctrine, and Mechanized Assault Doctrine. Meanwhile, MCA has Commando Regiment, Royal Engineer Regiment, and Vanguard Operations. Still interesting to find an MG42 against the Brits that early on. Generally, you want to go with either more Grenadiers or possibly even a second Pioneer. You want to be aggressive against the Brit faction as Ostheer. Very odd considering Ostheer is also a defensive faction, but hey, Brits do defending a bit better. No sniper coming out just yet. Could see one later. Very deadly against the Brit 4-man squads early on, and also forced them off the map a lot easier. MG42 hours not going to be capturing. Looks like it's going straight into the building. We got Pioneers actually focusing on wiring the buildings off. Race to the building. MG42 may get in there. We'll actually get in there before the Tommies do. We'll now begin the reface. Our Tommies are going to move behind heavy cover, or even looks like they're actually going to disengage. 42 won't get a burst off. Okay, he gets a very short burst off, but no one gets hurt. Maybe a little nick on Joe. Oh, little nick on. I don't know any good British names. But anyways, Grenadiers still capturing up on the map, moving on to munitions. No one's actually moved on the field. MG42 could actually maintain this position and just let the Grens capture the field. But our Pioneers are moving up. Actually being a bit defensive here from Mr. Yoon, or Meister Yoon, actually butchering his name and forgetting to say it properly, but anyways, our Gren squad moving down to the southern part of the map. We actually got a trench going down from our Brit player. Will be established. We'll also be blocking off that area for light vehicles later on. Will be annoying. Can't steal or decapture this trench. Alright, Grenadiers are moving on. We'll begin capturing this area. And our Brits, well, no real action. Both sides pretty much digging in. Playing to their strengths. Maybe a bit too much. No battle phase for Ostheer player. Hasn't had the feel. Brits have a slightly better fuel income. Need these Grenadiers to begin moving. Pioneers have finished capturing. We'll be immediately move on to that point. Grenadiers actually moving back to capture that VP. So it's a very defensive game until we hit the mid game. Alright, platoon commanders come up. Sappers in the field. Not sure what else we're going to see. Have a choice of the AEC or Bofors. Vickers is in the church, surprisingly facing up north, in anticipation for whoever may enter the area. Could see a flamethrower be bought for Ostheer player. He's got a lot of munitions coming in, could move in and start burning the Brits out of the building. Manpower was spent on a sniper. Gonna be very strong against the Brits. Could see the Brits bring out their own sniper. Not sure what these Tommies are doing. Need to begin actually capturing, but sniper will move in and probably start taking shots at them. First engagement. Actual engagement. Grenadiers should be able to at least force away the Tommies. They are in superior positions. But Tommies are repositioning. Grenadiers need to shift fire onto the closest squad. They will begin doing that. Grenadiers taking a few casualties here. Second Tommy squad's actually moving in and will force that squad away. Sniper hasn't revealed himself just yet. Actually going to finish the capture on the point. And Grenadiers are probably going to duck into the building. Sniper needs to be a bit careful. Tommies are also healing up in combat. They didn't actually drop any models. One of them finally does get killed though. Little Timmy got hit in the head, sadly. Sniper's going to continue to hunt. British sniper is on the way, however. Tommy's down to 2 men, however, and the Grenadiers are moving up. We'll be forced to pull that squad away. Not sure why the Pioneers are falling back. I'm not sure they're caught in the Vickers or just pulling back to start building. Battle phase 1 has been put up. Very, very defensive play from both players. Kind of be expected from Brits, but probably not so much from the Ostheer against in the Brit sort of matchup. But then again, that's how I play Ostheer against the Brits. I generally want to be very aggressive with the Grenadiers, Pioneers, and everything, and stop those Brits from getting to the, or at least hurt those Brits when they do finally hit that platoon command post. Tommies continue to take casualties. Grenadiers will be allowed to move up. Sniper may take another shot and take another model. Will actually miss though. Flamethrower has been put on these pioneers. Will help burn out units from the buildings. Turns of VPs 457, 485. Double cap against our axes. But it's going to tick down slowly. Grenadiers need to get out of the road. They actually lose a member from stands at mid-range. We'll begin moving on to the VP to capture, however. Sniper's actually under fire here. He's trying to get the machine gun. Actually killed one model in the building. British sniper actually takes a shot at the building, but doesn't hit anyone, and actually takes a bit of damage. These MGs are going to be a little bit difficult for both sides to dislodge. A bit easier for the Ostheer player since he can build a cheaper mortar. However, if a mortar pit does go down in this area, it's going to cover a large portion of this map. Grenadiers probably going to lose here. Sappers are better at close combat than Grenadiers are. They're also more survivable, interestingly enough. Pioneers are going to move, and they do have a flamethrower. Might be able to win against these Royal Engineers. Nope, the word might. 42 actually needs to begin opening up. Actually. Flamethrower is here. We'll begin burning these sappers. We'll keep an eye on them. Sniper is here. Looks like I actually counter-sniped the British snipers. Or counter-sniped the Brits sniper. There he is. Half sunk into the ground. 222 is here. We'll force away these Tommies. Looks like the sappers were forced away. They didn't lose any models, but they took significant health damage. Another sapper squad coming online. That is a teller mine. Thought the 222 was going to hit a British mine, but no sappers were actually up there. Now Ostheer is in a lot better place. Our AEC is here. We'll probably be able to run down this 222. 222 actually is getting stuck on the corner. We'll get destroyed. AEC actually lost quite a bit of health there. Figures will be forced out of the building by the mortar, however. Going to likely see an anti-tank weapon coming out from our Ostheer player, but he's actually going to the bunker. Going to need that healing. Pioneers eventually going to try and burn down this trench.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Grenadiers will begin capturing. And Brits have been forced pretty much completely off the map. This is going to need repairs. Thankfully, there are two sapper squads, and sappers are superior repair units. Not sure why the Grenadiers are not shooting. Are they really out of range here? Apparently. Sniper is moving in, however. He's at half health and needs to be careful. Trying to duke around. Get us off on the gunner. Mortar is also bombarding. We'll force the squad away. Sniper's actually going to fall back. 222 is interestingly going to be rebuilt. Need to be careful though. That AEC is on the field. Tommies are here. Probably going to force away these pioneers. They won't take any models out that squad. We got more teller mines, however, set up. AEC needs to be careful, but we do have a mortar pit now going down, and minesweepers are online for a British forces player. Now he needs to be very careful here. He doesn't have his sweepers down there. Not sure where his AEC wants to go. It looks like the AEC is going to be a bit defensive here. Mortar pit is firing. We'll force these units to begin moving. We got mines actually going down, and second minesweeper has been deployed. AEC is going to play defensive, looks like. Ostheer mortar is moving, looks like, to the north. May set up there. We got a few Tommies in the south. They're going to begin moving up. AEC takes off a chunk of the church. And it looks like the pit is going to barrage this structure. I think it's on barrage. Yes, it is. Not sure what the mortar team's doing. We'll be forced to immediately fall back. Ostheer sniper. Let's take a shot off on one of the units. .222 will force these Tommies away, along with the support of these units. 42 has been repositioned. We'll force these sappers away. AC's backing away as well. Rifle grenade likely firing into the church. Actually, no, we'll be going for the sappers. Was dodged, however. Sniper needs to move up and begin doing work. Actually, he still is in range. Takes another shot, those sappers. Grenadiers need to be careful. Mortar pit is in the area and bombarding. AC is now moving up. We need Grenadiers here to support, but the Vickers is still in the church. Panzer Grenadiers have been deployed. Immediately forced the Tommies away. Mortar's doing a bit of work, 2 kills so far. I think those are low health models. Ostheer mortar is bombarding the church in response. Grenadiers are here. They could attempt to level the church with a rifle grenade. AC still doing work on these grins. They're gonna need some healing. Almost vet 1. Going for the Panzerfaust, it looks like. Needs to be careful, they are bunched up. AC may not have AoE, but it can still occasionally snipe models. Looks like we're gonna actual push from the Ostheer, though. Or at least an advance. Sniper is now vet 2, going to give him an extra rate of fire. Pack is on the field as well. We also have the option for Panzerschrecks later on if necessary. Look like we had a commander lock in Vanguard operations. Look like our first glider's on the way. We'll be bringing in that officer. Church could go down though. 222. Well, Pioneers could get wiped out. Likely gonna lose this 222. Not sure why he kept it in so far forward. 42 is setting up. Smoke is blocking the 42 from the destroyed 222 hour. A lot of 2s today. Anyways. Pack gun is moving up. Needs to actually be some prioritized. Will not get the shot, however.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
Anything's gonna level this building. Rifle grenade being fired. Could lose these Tommies. Does bail out at the last moment. Church does go down though. Panzer Grenadiers, something happened to them. Looks like the officer. Mortar pit now vet 1. Gonna be a bit more annoying. No one actually uses those smoke rounds though, I think. Up north, Grenadiers actually need to move up into cover and keep their distance. This is not an engagement they want to be taking. .42 is being shot at here. Very low health, needs to go up for some healing. Also got the mortar pit. We'll be forced to pull back now.
An emplacement is being attacked.
And then, look, our mortar round did hit the mortar pit. Sniper is still moving around the battlefield.
A capture point is being overrun.
Sappers, I'm not sure, but the Vickers is here to support.
Mortars are ready to create smoke screens for any vehicles that need crew. Enemy threatening a capture point.
Actually, vet 2 now. Grenadiers looks like they did manage to force those sappers away from the north. Battle phase 2 is now coming online. Could have vehicles coming up shortly. Mortar will be forced to pull back. Actually gets wiped by the mortar pit. Gonna need someone to recruit us. Don't want to give this to the Brits. Panzer Grenadiers actually gonna get Panzer Shreks for more anti-tank support. Could see a Panzer IV come out then. There will be enough anti-tank. 42 needs to set up here. Mortar pit will begin bombarding, however.
Your forces have constructed a company command post.
Looks like we've gone back into a defensive low. Not sure why he took prioritized vehicle off.
Supply line's been cut. Enemy infantry firing, little bastards.
Grenadiers need to be careful. They're going to be walking near their own teller. Panzer trucks are moving up to engage the armored car though. How the mine does get destroyed, Sappers will be... Well, I mean, Grens will be forced to pull back. Panzer Grenadiers won't be able to get the AEC. They're probably going to get out there with no casualties, though. Brits are going to begin moving up to the north, but the sniper is still here. There's nothing to deal with him. The AEC hasn't dived in. That wasn't a miss. I'm pretty sure someone died there. Vickers will be forced back. Takes another loss on the retreat. Mortar does get recruited by the Pioneers. 42 is also setting up in the north. Pitt is firing. Our snipers still continue to cause havoc. There's just been no response against the sniper for our Brit Forces player. Could lose the officer here as well. He's running across negative cover, or will be. Grenadiers will begin in the move, however. Need to spread out and avoid that mortar pit. Mortar pit is almost vet 3. 42 will be forced to pull back, and someone needs to deal with these Tommies up in the north. Cromwell's is on the way. Not sure what we're going to see for armor. For our Ostheer player, we'll be able to buy Panzer IV. Can purchase it now. Should probably get right on that. Actually, he's going for an Ostwin. I'm not sure if it's the best choice here, since it'd probably be better to have an all-rounder to anchor his line.
Trying to take one of our points.
Rather than have an anti-infantry vehicle. He doesn't really have much issue with the infantry.
Cromwell gun tank ready for action.
Panzer Grenadiers actually going to jump into the building, I think. Sniper is here again. Tommies do decap up in the north. Grenadiers will force them away, however. Cromwell now arriving onto the field. Mortar pit is still bombarding.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Cromwell will reveal itself. Grenadiers need to pull back. Pack gun is here. Faust is attempting to go off. Not sure if it was worth it though. He did have that supporting pack, but he wasn't going to get it anyways, unless his Panzer Grenadiers were down there. Ostwin is on the field. Still not sure if that's a good choice, and very interesting skin. One of the original skins, but you definitely don't see it every day. Even with those trees, I'm pretty sure you're fighting in the wrong terrain. Still capturing going, and nothing's been bought from the Commando Glider. He's just using it as a reinforce point. Can purchase medics, but no one ever buys them. Interesting, there's only a tagline at the bottom. Avoid combat. You're telling me they can't heal other infantry, just that they should always be avoiding combat? But anyways, our Panzer Grenadiers are moving in. Sappers being forced away. AC is back here once again. Look like we got a barrage going on their way from the mortar pit. Sniper is still here, however. Grens also have their LMGs. Stug now actually coming online. You be careful here. Grenadiers could get wiped. Panzer Grenadiers are here. Smoke will be popped. Attack round is used. Our AC will back out there. Cromwell is now moving in. Cromwell is firing. We'll take two Panzerfaust hits, however. Panzer Grenadiers are going to get out there avoiding casualties. So far in VPs, British forces are actually down 305 versus 417. Commandos are interesting being purchased from the glider now. Brit forces player still trying to set up mines. MCA is just having no luck, however. He's generally getting spotted before he can place those mines. Our Grenadiers are under fire from mortar pit once again. Need to be careful. Teller was revealed. Hasn't been defused though. Grenadiers need to be careful. 3 of them are pretty much sitting on top of each other, and they just lost a guy who was sitting on the edge. Interesting, no 6-pounder from our Brits, so gonna have trouble dealing with the armor. Not sure if the Stug can actually see a mortar pit. Sniper can, however. Once again, continue to take shots at infantry. Ostwin's also moving in. Grenadiers are suppressed. We'll get the rifle grenade off. But we'll be forced to pull back. Ostwind and Stug are actually moving down south, it seems. Need to be careful. Don't want to run over your own teller mine. Trench could go down, however. One hit from the Stug will take it down. More captains going off in the north, however. Now we return to 2 VPs for our Brits. One for our Ostheer player. Mr. Yoon, Meister Yoon needs to get something done. Panzer Grenadiers are being fired on by Tommies. Their Vet 2 going to give them much more survivability. Mortar will take out that trench.
Enemy action has destroyed our forward position.
A lot of units in the base for our Ostheer player need to be moving out. Another Cromwell is also on the way. Once again, not a very aggressive game from either player. No one's making a general heavy push into each other's lines. They've just kind of been fighting over the middle area and small skirmishes on the side. Probably now would be a good time to push for our Ostheer player. He does have the weapons he needs. He does have pack guns. He does have vehicles. And does have those Panzer Shreks to protect against those flanking Cromwells.
Our lines of supply are disrupted.
Still, I feel like a Panzer IV would have been better than this Ostwind. We'll attempt to chase these armies down. AC is moving up north. Actually, no, Ostwind will not chase. Fuel cache is actually going down. Commandos are moving up. Gonna see a gammon bomb. Could see a wipe here. Well, no, we'll actually get dodge. Maybe he saw them prior. Immediately, everyone's forced to pull back. MG42 in the center. Could lose a vehicle here. Ostwind's being chased and Stug's out of position. We need anti-tank setup. Pack gun is rotating. There are no mines, and Stug is actually not facing. I think we're gonna lose our Ostwind here. Not sure why he needs to keep reversing. Where are the Panzer Shreks? They're not moving in. Not sure why he's not bringing them up here. Panzer Faust is moving in. We'll get one of the tanks at least. Need to get this Ostwind out there. Could lose it to the AEC, however. One Cromwell does go down. He can get the other one with the pack gun. All the vehicles have been destroyed for our Ostheer player. However, we do have Panzer Shreks to finish off this Cromwell. Our artillery cover's going down. Or no, is that artillery? No, that's strafing run. Pack gun does get destroyed. MG42 has been decrewed. Both sides have lost their armored vehicles. AEC is still alive, however. Sniper is also still online. Need to be careful though, there are typhoons in the area. He could get strafed. Not sure what the sniper's doing. Meister Yoon's not microing. He's going to lose his sniper if he doesn't move back.
Trying to take one of our points.
And we'll lose it. Not sure where his micro was at that time. Gammon bombs going off on the Pioneers. Could lose them. We'll get immediately wiped out. Not sure why he wasn't microing there. Not sure why there's not a gammon bomb being done. It looks like Typhoons are actually strafing their own troops. Gonna need some repairs on this AEC. Still not sure why he's going with an Ostwind though. I think a Panzer IV would be better. Would be able to deal with that AEC. Gonna need more troops coming online though. Lost a lot of infantry for Ostheer player. 42 has been stolen. Demo charges in the center, however. Could see a wipe here. Actually, he only gets half the squad. Could lose the Panzer Grenadiers on retreat, however. No, they will fall back. Actually, we may lose our AEC here to the Ostwind. We actually have Grenadiers on the cutoff as well. Mortar pit's actually going to brace. Another Cromwell is going to be on the way. That's going to be last Cromwell for a while. Should probably take down this glider. Actually, no, Ostwind's going to dive into the base, and we got a lot of units who are bunched up here.
The enemy is trying to overrun our HQ.
One AMG's been taken out.
Damned
Should probably pull back, though. Both machine guns have been decrewed.
Firepower is now available for units.
Piets are being purchased in response, because there's been no 6-pounders deployed, interestingly enough. Grenadiers still capturing up on the map, however.
Our capture point.
Now we got immobilized on the Ostwind, or heavy engine damage, which honestly should never happen with general purpose mines. Probably gonna lose it. Cromwell will be coming out soon to respond.
An emplacement is being attacked.
Our Ostheer player is actually taking up the entire map during this duration. Mortar is trying to bombard the mortar pit. Another Stug is being called in. Still not sure why we're not seeing a Panzer IV. Panzerfaust may try to go in, but it's pretty much useless at this point. Someone needs to recruit this. Mortar pit will be forced to pull back. Our Panzer Grenadiers can now move in on the pit. Does still have that brace ready. Grenadiers need to pull back. Down to 1 man. We'll force the mortar pit to brace. They should probably take out the glider at this point.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
They will take down the glider. We'll be forced to retreat, however.
Forward position.
May try to get another volley on the Cromwell before falling back. No, but Cromwell's trying to go in for the crush. Not sure why he's keeping them in there. Panzer Grenadiers will be forced to pull back. One of the Panzer Shreks actually gets dropped, however. Panzer Grenadiers won't get wiped, however. They will also get that STG back, I guess, for more anti-infantry firepower. Our Cromwell will be under fire. Do we have spotting scopes on this Stug? Yes, we do. Interesting enough, he's buying the 42 upgrade, which, honestly, I don't think it's really that great. Those munitions could probably go elsewhere. Tommies still don't have their upgrades, so they're gonna have a bit of issue dealing with the 42 Grens. MG 42 Grens.
An engineer unit is ready for action.
If only you could buy 42 Grenadiers in this game. Panzer Shrek does hit the Stug. Mortar pit's, Mortar's still trying to duel with the pit. Not sure why. Pioneers with the Minesweeper should probably move up north to be in capturing. Mortar needs to pull back and heal up. Stug could actually move in and take down the pit. Back gun is here to support. Brace is off cooldown though.
The enemy are attacking an emplacement.
Emplacement will be forced to brace immediately. Could see the pit go down, however. We don't have anything to defend, and repairing it's going to be rather risky with the mortar in the area. Cromwell is moving in, however. This could be dangerous. Surprisingly, no one got killed in that first round. They're not actually repairing, though. Someone did get gibbed, however. Poor Harry. Pit could go down. Mortar just needs 1 to 2 more rounds, depending if it can hit the repairing sappers. More Panzer Grenadiers are on the way, actually. Sniper was cancelled. Mortar will get decrewed, looks like it. Only 1, but Mortar Pit does go down. So that annoying unit has been destroyed. Cromwell will be forced to pull back. Stug shouldn't chase. 1 shot will probably kill it off. Not sure what Meister Yoon is doing. Stug's not really that great at chasing. At least not chasing in enemy lines. It's good against chasing lone tanks in a straight line. Surprisingly, better than Panzer IV. Simply because it has better accuracy. More Panzer Grenadiers have been deployed. I'm not sure it's for the Panzer Shrek, or just going for more anti-infantry firepower. He does have the ability to rebuy one of his Panzer Shreks on the Vet 3 squad. They're very powerful anti-infantry, though. Interesting, I'm still trying to purchase Ostwinds. I'm not sure if it's really going to work out. Commandos are going to be forced back here, are. That 3 Grins ripping into them. In terms of VPs, 347 to 239. Brits are still bleeding. Ostheer player is recapturing the top part of the map. Recon run's actually going down again. We'll be able to see what the Brits are up to. The recon plane will find them wherever they hide. And then we got a lot more sappers coming online. 5-man squads I think has also been researched along with the weapon racks. Tommies are finally getting their Bren guns, but only one so far. Demo charge I think just went off here. However, Pat gun's going to force away this Cromwell. Won't prevent the chase on the Grenadiers. MG is setting up. But looks like it was forced away by something. Mortar. Mortar was recruited once again. Heroic charge has been used. Grenadiers going to be forced to pull back here. Gammon bomb being tossed. On the retreat path. Major casualties there. We'll have one Grenadier squad with an LMG now. A lot of anti-tank is actually going for the Ostwind. We got Piets and Panzer Shreks. Panzer Grenadiers were forced away. Not sure what our Ostheer player is going to do. He doesn't really have much at the moment to fight the infantry now. Okay, Cromwell was forced away though and going to need some repairs. No sappers back at base. One of the squads has been forced to retreat. Piet has been dropped. Will be on the Tommies. Not exactly an ideal unit since they do have those penalties when out of cover. Their cover bonus is actually just removing penalties rather than them getting a bonus, so they're not going to be insane with weapons they pick up, but it will hurt them when they're out of cover. I think it's a reload penalty, so that's going to hurt using the Piet. Panzer Grenadiers can be careful, they're going to hit a mine. We'll lose 3 members of that squad and be forced to immediately pull back. Won't get wiped, thankfully. Not sure what he can buy. Yoon does have a bit of manpower. Sniper is now coming back. Actually, still no 6-pounder from the Brits. It could easily force away a lot of these vehicles, but just opting not to, relying on his tanks and the fact he has a lot of Piets and also a single Panzer Shrek. Our Brits are back in north capturing territory. We haven't seen raid operations. Should probably use that. Panzer Grenadier is going to be in a bit of a tough time here, fighting Vet 3 Tommies. Mortar is here to support. Panzer Grenadiers need to stay in cover, however, they're not going to be able to run across the open against the Vet 3 squad. Grenadiers being forced away by commandos. More gammon bombs are being tossed. Okay, Mortar landed a nice hit. Ostwind should probably chase, but that was weird. Needs to keep up on the chase, needs to kill at least some of the infantry. Needs to get the upper hand again. MG is here, will reveal itself. Will be forced away by this Ostwind. Now we got pushing the center. There's nothing to guard this pack gun.
Supply line's been cut.
Sniper looks like he's revealed himself. Got a shot off. Commando's trying to sneak up.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
Sniper will be under fire, however, commandos are not point blank with him. We'll be trying to rush in with that slight boost tower. Grenadiers need to be careful. Gammon bombs being tossed. Not sure why he's not retreating. Not sure why he did that late retreat.
Losing a capture point.
You're just not paying attention. Maybe it's input lag, considering what he's been saying, but still. Not sure why he ran his Grenadiers up that close to the commandos. Or against commandos. So now he's been reduced to just Panzer Grenadiers, though he actually rebuilt one of his Grenadier squads and get an LMG on them right away. Also, what our Brits are going to tech into. It hasn't locked in the hammer, our anvil. More mines are being planted as well. Sniper is still continuing to take shots. We'll be vetting up a lot faster against all these vetted infantry. Only 4 kills, but pretty much almost on his way to vet 1. One more shot will probably get him his vet. Could see more Cromwells, but population's going to be moving up for Brits with all this infantry. Landmine did hit the Cromwell. Stug could move in. Ostwind could also move into support. We have a lot of sappers here to help repairs. And Cromwell is still a fast tank, so we'll be buggering out of there. Grenadiers, Vet 3, going to rip through these sappers, but need to be careful. The 42, he's not sure why he ran back in. The 42 is still here. Sniper under fire. Will actually retreat, interestingly enough. Is that a smoke grenade? Or is that a look like smoke retreat from the officer? Panzer IV finally coming online for our Ostheer player. In terms of EV, triple capped against the Ostheer. We do have Panzer Grenadiers moving into the center. Grenadiers are under fire. Need to pull back. No micro wire, and they dropped their LMG. Could lose to sappers here. Down to one man. Ostwind's actually not going to chase. Not sure why he doesn't chase. Crocodile's here, however. This is going to be really bad for all the infantry. Do have a bit of armor, however. These commandos are just ripping through all these infantry with the gammon bombs and sneaking up. Could see a scout. Well, the scout car had still lived. It would help pick up these commandos. Simply because of that infantry tracking, as well as the fact it can detect more than other units. Four-2 is going to try and be recaptured, but we got the Crocodile here. Pioneer's still going to move in for the cap. Going to try and go with that retreat. Stug needs to move up here. Panzer Grenadier is not going to take this on their own. Ostwind's still picking away at the sappers. Cromwell, I'm not sure what it's trying to do. Sappers could go down here. One more shot from the Ostwind will kill them, but it's reloading. Crocodile's not going to do much against these vehicles, though. Do have the sniper down the siphon self, interestingly enough, and he is capped. Another wipe against our Ostheer player. That was the Vet 3 Panzer Grenadiers by the Cromwell. A lot of unlucky wipes for our Ostheer player. Not sure if he can come back from those losses. Still, his micro could have probably been better in most of those engagements. I mean, the Brits were pushed quite a bit ways down when that armor push did happen. Of course, losing down Ostwind to a mine didn't help him. Still, I think he made some bad decisions of not deciding to chase at certain times. Stug needs to be careful, though. Building gets leveled by that Panzer IV hour, and Panzerschreck is dropped. Need to be careful, there still are Piats in the area. Panzer IV should probably focus on the sappers. Need to be careful, they still have those Piats. Stug is actually Vet 2. Could actually see these vehicles go down. Not sure. Once again, he's not deciding to chase when he needs to. His vehicles will once again be forced away. Stug's actually caught on the point here. Need to begin reversing. Looks like MG may go down here with the Vet 2 Ostwind. Howard having trouble with the ledge. Panzer IV could probably be turned off prioritized. Still not sure on the choice of the machine gun for the Stug. Generally, you don't want to be fighting at the range where it fights with the machine gun, and the machine gun itself is not that great at range. And doesn't really synergize with the cannon at all. No one picked up that 42, interestingly enough. Looks like Tommies are going to go get it. Officer will be forced to pull back, but Panzer IV hits a mine and gets destroyed. Trying to chase with these low health tanks doesn't help him. Brit armor is being put back together by these two 5-man sapper squads. Another Stug is being purchased. Just not the best decision making, I think, from an Ostheer player. I guess vehicles was early on had a lot more free reign. I don't think it was aggressive enough. Could probably take out the pit a bit earlier. Or since, well, there's no anti-tank gun for our Brits until, like, what? Now the 40-minute mark? 41-minute mark? Our first 6-pounder will be arriving.
Anti-tank gun and crew now ready for action.
Pack gun has been decrewed. Mortar has been decrewed. Pioneers need to get recrewed. I think probably recrewing the machine gun would be best. You need something that at least keep the infantry away. He's going to have more anti-tank. I think with a second Stug. Well, 3 sources of anti-tank now. Panzer Grenadiers going to have a hard time getting vet against all this vetted infantry. Vet 3 Vet 3 5-man squads with weapons. Crocodile is rolling up higher. We'll be pushing the entire glider out of this area. Sadly, no dozer blade. But hey, I guess it's portable cover at this point. Panzer Grenadiers are capturing in the south. Gonna have a triple cap on the Brits shortly. Crocodile will be leading the way, most likely. Do you have a 6-pounder in the area? Do you have the sniper to the spot? Ostwind's also here. Panzer Grenadiers need to be careful. We'll actually pull back. Not sure why the sniper immediately pulled back. Got double machine guns in near the center. Cromwell is also here, pushing off the Grens up in the north. We also have the Typhoon Strafe standing by. Typhoons are coming in. Ostwind immediately shoots one down. That Vet 2's helping it out. Stugs are not facing, however. And there goes our Vet 2 Stug. Didn't really put up a fight near its end. All planes have been shot down, but I don't think that's going to help here. Triple capped against the Ostheer player. And pretty much he's losing all his infantry force. Panzer IV is on the way. Looks like we had a turret lock. I think that was from the pack before it got decrewed. Ostwind could go down here. Panzer Grenadiers are just not cutting it without their veterancy. Especially the fact they're being forced to run across the open. I think that's going to be it for our Ostheer player. He's stuck in his base. So I think his lack of pushing those vehicles when they're at the base, along with the fact, I think just his choice of vehicles I don't think was great. I'm not sure why he went with the Ostwind and then the Stug. I think the Panzer IV still would have been a better choice. He still would have had that fuel left though. Yeah, it's a bit more fuel, but it would certainly put him more fight against the double Cromwell pushing than the Ostwind ever did. And I honestly think the Panzer IV is better against infantry simply because it has those triple machine guns when upgraded. But Panzer IV does go down. And Meister Yoon will be taken out of the game. So victory does go to MCA in his British play. Not exactly a highest level game. Both players did make mistakes and it was very quiet in the early game when, honestly, I think Meister Yoon could have probably made a push rather than waiting back for his tank and suiciding 222s. Because our Brit player, well, he never really invested in much anti-tank until he got his own tanks up and we only had this thing to come out around the 41-minute mark. So we could have seen more aggressive use of armor. And well, you know my choice. Why do you keep building Ostwinds when you could have bought that Panzer IV? Or it's just such a versatile weapon that you can bring onto the field, and it's much better at protecting pack guns from flanking vehicles, while being also put on the hurt against infantry. Yeah, it doesn't provide you with the anti-air use of the Ostwind, but you still get a lot more versatility and firepower along with that durability at Veteran C2. But anyways, that'll be all for now, and this will be Mirage Fla, signing off.